Yo, everybody, awesome nobody here. Part two, Swiss Beats interview on the Breakfast Club. I did a part one, just listening to what he's got to say, and then just checking out some of the facts because Swiss is a very interesting person when you think about it. I mean, from where he came from to where he's at right now, and it's like these stories are like a breadcrumb, and people talk about drop different things, and it's I'm just trying to put it together because I love the culture, I love music, I love hip hop. So check out this breakdown for the Swiss Beats interview at the Breakfast Club.
So I called him to the studio, and I'm really proud of him because he was in such a great mood. He was
Yeah.
just
So
like
right now he
loving
just
the
talking about the
songs,
last
and I'm
parts,
just like,
DMX
we
life.
getting close to Let It to My Son, and I'm like, oh boy,
But there's
I got
another
to
part
play
on
him
here I
this
want to like
record.
fast forward a little bit too.
Weight off my good, and then
Hold Me Down is another one.
like he, you know what I'm saying, about and uncut. They had a competitive
Here it is. Here it
Jay
is.
had a rock.
record. He was like uncut real,
Here we
you
go.
know.
Now, what about bath salts? I know him and Jay had
Uh
a rocky relationship at times. So how was creating that, and how was that? Because they had to have a conversation. How was that combo?
oh.
Well, they had a competitive. X created this villain of X in his of Hove in his mind,
Mm.
but when I would get on him about it because it was so long ago, X would laugh and joke. He's like, "Come on, man, I gotta have one villain in this thing."
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But I know that he respect Jay for him to call him a villain, and it was getting to the point where um, they was going to really lock in, in LA, but we didn't get to do that, and so Jay approved the song and everything like that, but they didn't really connect
Mhm.
all the way like they was about to, and because I speak to both of them, I was speaking to both of them daily, so I know the temperature.
Okay.
You could tell what the temperature is, and the
I'm
temperature
gonna
was
speak about it.
positive, and Jay was like, even when he called Jay out for verses, Jay was like, man, I'm not your villain, I'm not the villain, I'm your brother, I love you, you know what I'm saying? And X is like, he felt that, all X wanted was the love, to be honest, this whole time he just wanted the love.
All right, I'm gonna pause it right there before I forget my thoughts. But like, okay, first of all, before I say anything, I want y'all to understand that no Jay-Z slang will be tolerated at any level. No Jay-Z slander will be tolerated on any level. Okay, the man is Hove. The name literally stands for God. Okay, I pay homage in the most humblest forms. But with that being said, Jay Z should have done the verse with DMX. 100%. 100%. Jay Z should have done the verses with DMX. And I know it's taboo. You're not supposed to bring the name up or actually say that. But like, look, it was a full circle. They battled before they was famous. They dropped the Fire Records, Money Cash Hoes, right? They could have had a chance now to complete the cycle and finish their whole chapter, they young rap chapter. And when I say young rap, meaning like, yes, a lot of them transitioned to 50 plus, so they would have been, you know what I'm saying, the game is, to be played, they say before 50 is the cutoff, right? And not the cutoff just meaning like before you technically consider a really old person, old nigga, old rapper. And so he should have done it for history, because at the end of the day, it's just gonna be like he didn't, right? And I understand Hove want to get known for the philanthropy, but he's already known for that. This is history. Like, imagine Hove sales after verses. Imagine. But that lets me know one or two things. Like I was telling Little Miss Entertainment. So if you guys follow me, you know what I'm saying, Little Miss Entertainment podcast, the wedding edition. I have this one, the Awesome Nobody podcast. If you see somebody don't do a verse, that means their business is not straight. Their paper is not straight, right? And I'm not saying like, oh, they owe too much. I'm talking about like owning their masters. I'm talking about, I'm saying, royalty, like everybody got paid who was supposed to get paid, that type of stuff. Because as soon as you touch verses, you through the roof in all aspects, So Hove not wanting to do the verse says a lot, because I'm sure he's got a lot of material out there. He's got the Reasonable Doubt. We know that Dame, I believe, owns the masters to Reasonable Doubt. I believe that. we've heard him say numerous times. Matter of fact, let me just go break that down. Real quick, as far as like, if who owns the Masters of Reasonable Doubt, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's see. All right, let's see real quick, real quick too. I'm just gonna type in Dame Dash. If y'all know, just put some in the comments on the Masters Reasonable Doubt. Here we go. Dame Dash on. Let's see what Dame got to say real quick. So that's 12. I'm trying to find something short. But if he got something longer, I'll just play something longer. Classic Dame Dash footage over here. All right, I'm just gonna go to this one. Dame goes all in. I'm not gonna play the whole 10 minutes.
This is the checkers game where
And so that was pretty much the first one. Jay should have 100% done that. The second one with Jay, and like I said, is Jay a villain, right? Because I'm gonna play the interview next where DMX talk about Jay-Z running Def Jam. So this looks like an interview at a radio station with Dame Dash. It says 2018, but I'm sure it was a long time ago. It says here, Dame Dash did an interview at a radio station in Los Angeles. Dame was asked about his relationship with Jay once again. I think. Here we go. So he talked. I'm gonna fast forward because I want to get to that part. But he talking about how he met Jay.
Why's it gotta be a little silver? Why can't it be my big ass fucking silver cookie roll? That's what I like. That's what you say when you look in the mirror. Yeah, it is. That's what I said when I looked at you. I don't care. I know. What I do care about is this. Jay-Z and you guys ended off on, because I gotta ask you some questions that everybody cares about. Not that I haven't been, but Jay-Z and
look how quiet the room is.
Parting ways, however you want to say, there was a little tension. Is that still there? I mean, are y'all cool? I don't like the way the business went. Would y'all have a drink and chat and talk about doing some new shit? I'm gonna give you the answer if you let me. Like I said, first of all, it's like 15 years ago. So I moved on. But at the time, I was very resentful at the way the business was because I was always in it for the friendship. And the move we made was for the business, but it wasn't fair to the company. So there's no more Rockefeller, there's no more Rocket, there's nothing else in this. And I spent a lot of time building that brand so other people could benefit from it. So I was just disappointed in how the business came before the everything. And also, he was my best friend. So it was like, damn, that's my homie. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I would never in the business with him. If that was the case, I would have never just gave it all away. I just like how much fun we had. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was about something different. So, it's natural to be hurt. What ended it? Like, what was the one thing that made you guys decide? Or
you can tell this a minute ago because Jesus Christ.
Jay was like he wanted more of the money like a year or two before we were fucking done with the deal. Like we had a deal based on a formula. We sold it based on a multiple. You understand what I'm saying? And it was an amount of years. So he was already saying like I want more of the bread, and I was like I'm not giving nothing more of the bread. And he wanted the bread. He wanted Biggs' bread, and I was like, Biggs is ready to give it up. But we had like an OG, and he kind of squashed it, and he died. You know what I'm saying? My OG dude. And the next time around for the negotiation, I think the people around him, from what I hear, like a Steve Style, whatever, were like, yo, why split it 3 ways and you can split it 1? You don't have to, and leave all, all that. So he made a business decision there. And I left myself vulnerable because he was my best friend. So, like, had I known he could make that move, I would have protected myself and that kind of stuff. But I was like, all right, you got me. But what I didn't like was how they made it like we had a problem with each other because we never did. And I also like
I love how the girls says we need a better interview, and this is classic. I let you know people don't know nothing in the moment. This interview classic, and she talking about we need a better one.
Know each other, but there was never a time. And did you ever ask him? No. I never had that opportunity. So that's the question you gotta ask yourself. I think he. So everybody in the press asking. He might make it a little difficult. I'm scared to ask that man that question when he not giving you an interview if you ask that question at any time, right? So call somebody out to ask the question that you seen him with. It's probably want to know. Ask them the right questions. Ask them the elephant in the room. It shouldn't be.
Commercial. All right. Well, No, that was interesting or whatever, just from hearing Dame's perspective. Like I said, I don't even really want to speak on it because I wasn't there. I have no clue, but this is just public information that, they talking about. And the second one I said was, was Jay-Z a villain? Oh, so because DMX spoke on it. Let me see. I put James. My bad. All right, here we go.
Yo, nigga, what? Give us this, small nigga to me. They ain't got ass with all that. I got that. It's nothing. Good warm nigga, dog. Yeah.
I mean, put an album out in a minute, man. Where you been, man? What's going on?
I've been chilling, man. I mean, I really can't fuck with cat niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, I had to like step away from niggas before I like pounded a few more niggas out. So, you know what I mean?
Talk.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I talked to Mace about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my true call in life is to be a pastor. You know what I'm saying? So I talked to Mace about it, and I'm like, yo, I'm tired of dealing with these fake ass niggas in the industry, and you know what I'm saying? I'm killing somebody. And he's like, yo, as long as you have that talent, you know what I'm saying? You don't have the right to say whether or not you want to use it. You know what I'm saying? That's God's gift to you, and as long as you have it, you have to use it. It made a lot of sense. I was like, yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I've been through worse shit than dealing with fake ass niggas.
That's deep.
You know what I'm saying? If that's all it is, I could do that for God. I mean, I could do that for him. You know what I mean? And, that's why I decided to keep it fucking moving, you know what I'm saying? Because, every day, man, it's like, I'm a hood nigga, so I come to the hood, you know what I'm saying, on the regular. And every day it's like, when you gonna come up with another album? You know what I mean? When you hit us again, the game needs you. And the more they say they need me, the more I realize that, you know what I'm saying? This is my purpose, man. This is my place. I mean,
higher calling, prophets. I just want to pause this real quick because, you got to understand that, you elevate your personality to the point where you amass this following and you become a prophet. Like, you know what I'm saying? On a deeper level, people say we are all made in the image and likeness of God, and Allah is arm, leg, arm, head, and all that. But this is really an embodiment. DMX was a God in the most sense that people followed him, and he was a kind and just God. He gave back. Like you heard in the interview with Swiss, he just talked about how many people loved him, and he just wanted to love. I think that's the part I was at. But I wanted to see where he talked about Jay-Z though.
Only nigga in rap, man, that can do this, son. Niggas can't come through their hood like that. Can't be serious.
And I just want to point out this is on Smack. Smack had the DMX interview with the Tuck. Y'all gonna have to, when it's all said and done, this Smack footage is gonna be legendary. This is a platform groundbreaking for something huge with rap, with words. It's really bigger than rap. It's just with the words and the rhyme form. Put some respect on Smack name.
I got Wild Hoods right here in Yonkers. Right here, you mean? Oh, ain't just one project. All that float everywhere, man. Got niggas everywhere, man. You mean? Stuff it. Exactly.
So what's the word, man? I mean, you with Def Jam and Nana. What's going on?
I'm with Sony now. You know what I'm saying? And I had to get the fuck up off of Def Jam. Like,
what happened, man? He was over there for years.
Cats playing games, so I'm going raw. Run up in that fucking building and kick down the door. Y'all don't want no fucking problems with X. Y'all want to see them four-legged beasts with them collars on their necks, or them niggas downstairs with the text. You know the rest. What is wrong with that niggas?
They came out with a verse.
Dog shit hot. Why them cowards froze me quick? I pop up, catch niggas on some cozy shit with Chinese slippers and silk scarves on. Nigga out here trying to get his bark on. You wonder why the dog's gone. I couldn't take it. Come on, man. Real talk.
Some cozy shit.
You know shit was going on, man.
Let's go, DMX.
Nigga in there with lip gloss and Chinese slippers on. Oh, I didn't hear that, man. Like, money, you playing with a real nigga shit right now. So, you know what I mean? I ain't got time for that, yo.
So you don't know what this music is, man?
Huh?
So niggas don't know what this music is.
Yeah, I mean, you have a nigga with lip gloss, saying when you should come out. And when you can't be serious. Come on, man.
So being that you're not on Def Jam no more, what's your relationship with Jay-Z? You know what
Here
I mean?
we go.
That shit get affected by you not leaving a label or whatever?
Somewhat, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I knew from the beginning it put him in an awkward situation. So I got to take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? It's like it put him in a real awkward situation. Like, yo, we've been, that's my dog for a minute, son. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of the few rappers I respected and was like genuinely happy to see him when I saw him. You know what I'm saying? And that's put us both in an awkward situation. Awkward situation.
Yeah, the records together and all of that.
I genuinely fuck with him.
Oh, because it's basically like
he tried to hold me down.
Right.
You know, but it wasn't much you could do, and then that comes with putting yourself in that predicament. You mean it's like I ain't gonna put myself in a place where I gotta walk around with handcuffs. You know what I mean? You don't do that. You don't say, all right, I'll take a job where I gotta walk around with handcuffs. Because they might punch you in the face. Then what you gonna do? You got handcuffs. You know what I mean? So it's like, that is what it is, man.
That's what's up, man. Yo, What's up with the Ja Rule shit, man? I mean, I know y'all been going
All
back
right.
at it for.
I don't even want to hear that. But yo, respect to Ja Rule though. We ain't come for that. That's a whole nother conversation. But look, all right, there's a lot to unpack there. DMX pretty much unloaded the clip about Jay-Z at Def Jam. I mean, I'm not going to paraphrase, I'm not going to requote, but you heard it there. I mean, it was just an awkward situation. I mean, they came from so much. They came from battling on pool tables to, dropping fire records together, and being battling for number 1 and number 2 spot. I mean, headlining tours, the Survival of the Illest and the Hard Knock Life tour, whatever tour it was, like they was out here together. I mean, and I'm sure he know Jay a certain way. I mean, the footage, one of the best footage is the cipher that they had with the Muslim bodyguard. I mean, they was out there on the tours, the whole backstage documentary. Like how you can really understand what he's talking about when he's saying that. They knew him for a long time, and now it's totally different. Like you expect somebody like that to really be like, you know what, I'm here, you here, like make you number 2. But I understand how business works because these positions are figureheads. Like Jay-Z was there, but he wasn't in charge. And so he can't be like, yo, me and you, because I'm not really in charge. You know what I'm saying? It's a facade. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. And so he, at the end of the day, it was other people who were always pushing things. You know what I'm saying? If you've worked in a corporate setting, you got to get other people's buy-in. You got to get other people's approval. You got to go talk to finance people. You got to do tons of stuff just to get 1 inch. And so Jay understands that. DMX not so much. So he's like, you know what? He did the right thing. Like, just cut ties, walk away. You don't gotta fight, yell, scream. You don't gotta do none of that. And but that was DMX on Jay as far as why he considered him a villain. I mean, I'm sure it was a fictional thing. Swiss said that was fake. You know what I'm saying? He just, from his perspective, everybody's the hero. He needs a arch nemesis. That's the real term for it. Like somebody still sharpen steel, like an immovable force meets an unstoppable object and all that stuff. Like that's really what they are too. 2 of them are. You know what I'm saying? Like that's Thanos versus Darkseid. It's crazy, but it's still business. Jake had to do for him. DMX had to do for him. You know what I'm saying? But DMX thing was to do for others. I mean, it's total. It's like, I don't know if y'all watch Snowpiercer, the tail and the head has to work together. Like Jay working on being the head and DMX connecting with the people. Like he gave everything away for free. He said the love. It's all about the love. So anyway, let's get back to the interview. So that was a crucial part, man. That was a real crucial part that I feel like he was talking about with Jay-Z and DMX. And I think DMX, the conversation always come up like who was a bigger artist. And I've always thought Jay was, but realized now it was definitely DMX
as a person because they see the outside, right?
Yeah.
And they don't see the kind-hearted. They don't see the guy that gives his last. They don't see the person that will
just
give
want the
an
love.
Opportunity to. I was grateful enough to see that side. So for people that don't know, how would you break down DMX of who he is as a person? Enough to see that side. So for people that don't know, how would you break down DMX of who he is as a person?
He was a humanitarian to the max. His philanthropic work I haven't seen it in our business yet. I've been watching this man give his clothes off his back, his shoes, give his money away. He'd pray, like I said, he'll pray for other people when he needed the prayers the most.
Mm-hmm.
He'll feed other people before he feed himself. Like he was one of the best fathers I've seen. He really, really cared. Like he didn't care about no materialistic things. That you can't.
All right, so look, that's a real interesting point. You know what I'm saying? Because look, if you watch the BET documentary, Y and D and Rough Riders basically took care of DMX. And there's no shade to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how a celebrity protect the asset, right? They drove him where he needed to be driven. They fed him what he needed to be fed. They gave him a place to stay where he needed to be stay at. So in essence, DMX never had nothing. So, and why would he ever give, you know what I'm saying? Like he had things, but you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't to the point where he had to go to the DMV to get his driver's license like we all got to do. He didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? It was more so like it was really off the efforts of him. He was the asset. So everybody handled things for him. He had, assistants, and they call it assistant work, but he had assistants. A person get you food, keep you alive in DMX condition, state basically. But so of course he gave everything because he always can get it back. All he has to do is go to DNY. Like, why wouldn't he be able to go to DNY? If he took his shirt off right now, he know DNY gonna get him another one. In every situation, shoes, get him some more. Like, DNY was making sure he had Eddie. Yo, X Wild Out gave all his clothes, gave his chain away. Get him another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, that's how he acts, because in essence, all he ever did was get more stuff, because the money he knew how to make money. It's the talent. Some people be like, I get money, then I can get everything. No, you have to find out how to make money. DMX could make money just by raising his voice. You get what I'm saying? That's God shit. Excuse me. It's God stuff right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? He speak, they pay. Like, it's a whole different dynamic that DMX was on. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why so many of these artists, you know what I'm saying, you do see transfer to the preacher, to the pulpit, to the churches, because they speak, you listen, or they speak, you pay for certain churches, mega churches, and all that stuff. But it's a beautiful thing. Like, there are prophets among us, and that's no conspiracy theory or nothing like that. Just saying, like, you as a person can build your tribe up to be the alpha. Like, you can 100% lead your flock. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have a family, you get married, okay, that's you and your wife. You have 10 kids, that's a lot, right? You you know what I'm saying, start a business, right? You got employees, you have barbecues, 20 employees come, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's same thing, like all these other companies that have multiple employees and just build these huge anthills, if you will. Like, it's a lot, but have a whole tribe of people that listen and do what you say. Like, that's how it kind of works.
There was no way to buy DMX. There was only a way to love him. You understand? And that's what people didn't really understand. Like, X wasn't even asking for nothing from people. He just wanted.
I think and when DMX had this series, let me see if I can find it. When DMX had this series, I believe it was on BT, and it was right before one of his arrests. He went to like the desert, right? I believe he did, like, he was out there with the peyote and all that stuff. I don't want to put it out there, but I feel like I know he really loved the like the desert and the Indians. Let me see. I don't think it's out there, but let's see if I can find it. No, I don't think they got it up here, but oh wait, was that it? No. Okay. Let me see. DMX TV show. Let me see. All right, let me see if I can find a DMX TV show. I don't know if they got it up here, but regardless, man, I think DMX was, when you start talking about love that deeply, you know what I'm saying? That's like that's definitely like ayahuasca. That's, a third eye. That's, what I'm saying, like DMT stuff, if you will. Like, and remember, that stuff is supposed to help addicts. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you look up, the DMT and ayahuasca and all that stuff, and those are treatments for mental health disorders too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a lot. I'm sure like DMX might have been out there. Like I say, he has something to do with like holistic medicine. So I don't know. Let me know if that's what it was. But I know he was, when you start hearing somebody talk about love and there's only love and I just want the love, like that's usually what that is. And I'm sure that's pretty much how they kept DMX in good spirits. Like, take him out.
There was no way to buy DMX.
You know what I mean?
There was only a way to love him. You understand? And that's what people didn't really understand. Like, X wasn't even asking for nothing from people. He just wanted the love from people that he loved. He just wanted it back. And that's what you're hearing in that song.
Mm-hmm. Lord, give me some.
People that I love don't want it back. And that's what you're hearing in that song. Mm-hmm. He's like, it hurts when people that I love don't want me, take it all from me, then think they could judge me, treat me like I'm ugly. But I ain't never been a dummy because I know God loves me. You see what I'm saying? Like, I watched him,
he got DMX bars on the ready.
I don't know what you thought about my use of drugs, but it taught you enough to not use the drugs. And I'm like, And I know that's real because, you know, X was, you know, he was poisoned at 14 with this addiction.
Right.
You understand? And I give him super credit and super props for making a name for himself.
Yo, that is true.
He could have been off the map
Mm-hmm.
because it was hardcore, you know. But I've watched X get so many people off of drugs and not to do drugs.
That's big.
Unbelievable. You know, like, even if we just did a segment on the people he saved from drugs,
It sounds like they should do it. Like posthumously,
Wow.
DMX saved me. I mean, that's actually a good light.
Because X was walking amongst the people and never talked about it. You know, he didn't do no interviews about anything that he did as far as give backs, you know.
You know, the other day in the studio, you were talking about X working with Griselda.
Look at
and
Angela
how
Yee
that
chiming
was
in.
the studio. So can you talk about that energy?
Yeah, X surprised me on that one because he went to their studio and did, like, he went to them. Like, usually, like, you know.
All right, let's see if they got footage, man. Let's see if they got footage, man. Let's see if they got footage. They got. I know I seen footage of DMX and Benny. Let's see. Oh, that was the same one. That was the Pop Smoke. Oh, okay, yeah. So of course, you know, I'm not gonna play the audio, but this looks like the footage. Yeah, so they probably flagged the audio if I play like that. But Hood Blues, Benny Conway. So this is what Swiss was talking about when he said he went to their studio. You know what I'm saying? Did the joint. I don't know if I heard the song, but Westside said he had to jump on there, huh? He had to jump on there. Now, I fuck with Westside. I was about to put his shirt on today too. Shouts out to the Fly God. That's definitely Buffalo. That's definitely Buffalo. Yo, and Conflicted, I actually like Conflicted too. No cap. There go Benny. I seen pictures on the Instagram from this day. I want to see X. Oh wait, damn! They all came together. Yo, actually, see them come together is like, there he comes. It's like, oh yeah, let's go X. It's like Wu-Tang coming together. Let's go. This was Swiss was talking about in the interview where he was like, X went to Rochester, or not Rochester, upstate New York, and Buffalo, and recorded in a studio. And so I guess this is what he's talking about. He brought X through, and he was just out there. The voice. That's big. That's big. How many views it's got? Google is humans. That's crazy. Framers. They got see, look, it only got 30,000. Yo, that should have this is on DMX page. Yo, bug. I'm about to tweet this right now. This is crazy. This should have crazy views. All right, whatever. But yeah, so that was the song he was talking about when he said DMX went to Buffalo and jumped on a Griselda record. All right, let's go back to the Swiss interview. All right, so I'm trying to keep the videos like under a certain time. So look, what I'll probably do is I'll probably come back. Yeah, so what I'll probably do is I'll probably come back, you know what I'm saying, and do the third part. But yeah, I'm just sort of watching this DMX, just hearing the different parts, and then commenting. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all please follow we have a podcast. I'm Awesome Nobody. This is the Awesome Nobody podcast. This is just more so like a reaction video I'm doing. But yeah, check out the podcast anywhere that's streaming. Just Google search Awesome Nobody. Peace.